Oh, my grandchildrens, you are back. Come, give Grandma a lovely hug. Now, let's back to our narrator.
The door opened before Elias touched it. That should have been enough to make him run. It wasn't. If you hear your name whispered in a graveyard, don't answer. Elias did. Chapter 1. The rain didn't fall, it clawed at the earth. Just my luck, muttered Elias Vane, tugging his coat tighter as he stared at the iron gate. Of all nights, the cemetery stretched like a field of broken teeth, crooked headstones, sunken graves, and at the far end, half swallowed by ivy and shadow, stood the crypt. Elias smirked. Rich families always think stone keeps secrets. A flicker of lightning revealed the name carved above the sealed door. Aldrich Thorne. Elias knelt, pulling tools from his satchel. Let's see what you're hiding, Aldrich. The lock resisted. Then click. Elias froze. I didn't. The door creaked open on its own. A long breath escaped him. Wind, but there was no wind. Inside, the air felt wrong thick, like it hadn't been disturbed in centuries. His lantern flickered as he stepped down into the crypt. All right, Elias whispered. Gold, jewels. Something worth getting cursed over. The door slammed shut behind him. He spun around. No, no. A low voice echoed from nowhere and everywhere at once. You came. Elias pressed himself against the wall. Who's there? Silence. Then a faint glow began to gather in the center of the crypt. It twisted, coiling into the shape of a man, tall, pale, eyes like dim stars. I have waited, the figure said softly. Elias swallowed. You're dead. A faint smile. And yet here I am. Elias forced a laugh. Right. Of course. Haunted crypt. Should have charged extra for this job. The ghost stepped closer, movements unnaturally smooth. You're not afraid. Oh, I am, Elias said quickly. Just professionally terrified. A pause. Then, unexpectedly, the ghost laughed a quiet, almost human sound. I am Aldrich, Elias, he replied before he could stop himself. Aldrich's gaze sharpened. Elias, the way he said it like he'd been saying it for years. Elias frowned. Do I know you? Aldrich tilted his head. Not yet. The lantern flickered violently. The walls seemed to breathe. Look, Elias said, backing toward the door. I'm just here for valuables. You point me to them, I leave. We both well. You stay dead but peacefully. Yes. There is nothing here you want, Aldrich said. Elias scoffed. There's always something. Aldrich's voice dropped. Accept me. The temperature plunged. Elias shivered. I don't steal people. Not steal, Aldrich whispered. Stay. The word lingered too long. Elias shook his head. Yeah, no. I don't stay anywhere. Not with ghosts. Not with the living. Aldrich moved closer, still close enough that Elias could almost feel him. Then why? Aldrich asked quietly. Did you follow every sign I gave you? Elias stiffened. What? The broken street lamp that led you here. The map you found. The rumors you heard. Aldrich's eyes glowed brighter. I guided you. Chapter 2. Elias laughed, but it cracked. That's insane. I choose my jobs. Did you choose? Aldrich murmured. Or did I choose you? The lantern went out. Darkness swallowed them whole. Elias's breath came sharp. Light. I need light. A cold hand brushed his. He flinched but didn't pull away. Why me? Elias whispered. Aldrich's voice softened, almost fragile. Because you were the only one who could hear me. What? In the beginning, I could barely move a leaf. Barely whisper. That you... Aldrich hesitated. You always turned your head. Like you knew I was there. Elias's heart pounded. That's not possible. You've been lonely a long time, Aldrich said gently. Elias's voice hardened. Don't. And so have I. Silence stretched between them heavy, suffocating. Then Elias spoke quieter. If you could guide me here, why not guide anyone else? Aldrich didn't answer immediately. When he did, his voice trembled. I tried. A pause. They couldn't stay. Elias frowned. What does that? The walls shifted. Not physically, but reality itself seemed to bend. Shadows stretched like reaching hands. The crypt felt deeper, endless. Elias stepped back. This place, it's changing. It's not the place, Aldrich said softly. It's you. Elias froze. What? You crossed the threshold, Aldrich continued. You answered my call. That binds you. Elias's pulse spiked. Binds me to what? Aldrich stepped even closer, so close their forms nearly overlapped. To me. Elias shoved forward, trying to push past him through him, but an invisible force slammed him back. Door! Elias shouted, scrambling toward it. He grabbed the handle, pulling. It didn't budge. Open! He yelled. Nothing. He turned, panic rising. You said I could leave. I said you could try. Elias's breath hitched. You trapped me. Aldrich's expression twisted guilt, longing, something darker. I brought you home. I don't belong here. Aldrich's voice broke. You do now. The air thickened again. But this time it pressed inward, like the crypt itself was closing around Elias. His vision blurred. What's happening to me? Aldrich reached out, almost afraid. Don't fight it. Elias staggered. Fight what? He looked down at his hands. They were fading. No, he whispered. No, this isn't real. Aldrich's voice was soft, aching. It is. Elias staggered back, horror dawning. You didn't guide me here to rob you. Aldrich shook his head slowly. I guided you, he said, to replace me. Silence. The realization hit like a blade. You're bound to this crypt, Elias whispered. And you needed someone else to take your place so you could leave, Aldrich finished. Elias laughed weakly. So this whole connection, all of it, Aldrich's eyes flickered with something painfully real. That part wasn't a lie. Elias's fading form trembled. You used me. I chose you, Aldrich corrected, stepping closer. That's worse. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Elias exhaled, defeated. When? When will I be gone? He asked. Aldrich hesitated. Then, quietly, you already are. Elias looked down again. Nothing remained. The crypt was silent. Aldrich stood alone. No, not alone. A faint glow flickered where Elias had stood. A new presence. A new voice, shaky and disbelieving. Aldrich? Aldrich stepped back toward the now open door. Yes, he said softly. Sunlight, real sunlight spilled in from above for the first time in centuries. Elias's voice trembled. Don't leave me here. Aldrich paused at the threshold. For a moment, it seemed he might stay. But then, I was lonely too long, Aldrich whispered. And he stepped out. The door slammed shut. Darkness returned. Elias rushed forward, pounding against it. Aldrich. No answer. Only silence. And then, a whisper, not his own, curling through the crypt. You came. Elias froze. Slowly he turned. The glow behind him grew stronger. And somewhere deep inside the stone, something else had been waiting, smiling.
Subscribe if you enjoy No Pressure at all. Come back again for Grandma.